The start of the school year is just a few weeks away, and we want to make sure your family stays safe and healthy no matter how the kiddos return to learning this year, whether it's in the actual school building or it's virtual e-learning online. And joining me right now is Hillsborough County School Superintendent, Mr. Addison Davis. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course. So today we're going to focus on e-learning because last year families were really just kind of thrown into it. This year we have more time to set the kids up for success, a little bit more time to prepare. So how is the district making sure all the students have what they need to be successful e-learners?
Yeah, one thing we learned is that we were thrown into e-learning during the fourth 9 weeks, and it created major frustration not only with educators and school district, but also parents as well and students. And we were building the airplane in the air, and now we're in a better spot. We have better foundational learning management programs, and we're moving from EDSB to now to Canvas. We've given close to 40,000 devices out in the last 9 weeks for our students, along with thousands of hotspots in order to create that connectivity. So we're better prepared. We have more devices that we've ordered. We have better curriculum planned out, and we have a better way to communicate between the school, our educators, our leaders, and our parents and our students.
So after a few months of e-learning in the spring, obviously, I feel like we all learned a lot. What are some of the changes, the big changes the district has made between the spring semester and the upcoming fall semester?
What we did in the spring semester is that we allowed our students to kind of learn at their pace, and we took, because we were learning this, and we allowed them to take we took attendance in a different manner. Whether they signed in at 8 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We didn't really at that point we didn't mind which time a learner selected. However, transition to the new school year, we have to have organizational controls. We have got to get to a point where we capture attendance daily. So this year, as we transition, students will have to follow a rigid schedule related the same as the school day. So they're going to have to log in first period, second period, during literacy block, mathematical block, in order for us to capture that FTE, because if learners do not follow that schedule, there's a huge potential that as a school district and many across the state, that we can lose millions of dollars in FTE, which is student funding.
Yeah, and we were talking, I mean, so many parents are just so frustrated because they know they're not trained teachers, and they're trying to help their kids as much as they can. What kind of resources are you guys going to have for parents to help deal with kids who are really struggling with the e-learning?
So what we've done is Canvas. We're going to have, and over the next day or so, we're going to push out tutorials for our parents to interact with Canvas, how that's going to be able to help them. That will help with a number of issues related to communication, related to structure. And we're going to do the same thing for students to interact with it as well. We've already trained over 10,000 teachers with Canvas, and that's going to be a movement for a greater platform. In addition, we'll also release modules of how to interact with the curriculums that will be identified and set during the e-learning section.
Kind of all about communication this year, communication and organization.
Big time. Yes, ma'am.
And now this week, Miami-Dade did make the decision to start the school year online only. Is this a conversation that has come up again in Hillsborough County schools?
It's a conversation in every school district. We see it at Palm Beach, Miami, Broward County. They've all transitioned to e-learning, for the first 9 weeks or till October. And we have to understand that they're in a different place than we are in Hillsborough County and in other school districts across the state. They're in phase one. They're still in the stay-at-home order. So we're in phase two in Hillsborough County. I can tell you openly, I believe that we have some numbers in Hillsborough County that will rival, are very comparative to Palm Beach and to Broward, and it really should be considered. But right now, with the emergency order, that's been very clear that we open up 5 days a week with brick and mortar. We offer innovative strategies. It's very hard to go against, that emergency order has been extended from the Florida Department of Education. And there's also another side, there's another side that really is depending on us to open doors for children with disabilities, children who are one or more years behind, academically, instructionally. We also have, employees or families that have to go to work and do not have childcare. care. So no matter what decision that I make, that we make in Hillsborough, that the school board makes, or any school district in the nation, I would say it's just going to be very split.
Will there be any like cutoff time to make that decision? Like, would you change your mind a week before school starts or anything like that?
I mean, right now the board will approve the next action on August 6th. And, after that date, if we continue to see a spike in cases, we don't have a number of, hospital beds available, then there's an opportunity that we may have to make the adjustment. But overall, our principals have to prepare. We're building schedules. We've got to give clear indication to families. We've got to give clear indication to our employees and map this out in a way. So overall, our schools are doing a magnificent job preparing for two potential plans.
All right. Mr. Davis, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah,
Really
thank
appreciate
you.
your insight on e-learning, and the start of the school year is going to be an interesting one for sure.
That's right. Thank you so very much.